And I'm thrilled to have with us in this segment two individuals that are doing that every day, the co-owners of Chartier Contracting. Welcome, Christof Chartier.
Hi, Tim. Thank you.
And Nathan Schroeder.
Hi, Tim.
And Nathan, you're the general manager?
Yes.
And Christof's the president.
That's right.
And so maybe start off Chartier Contracting, Chartier Contracting, what do you do?
Well, we are generally a residential construction company. So we've been in business about 10 years, and we've been focused from more the residential side. So additions, renovations, whole house restorations. We do about one custom home a year. But we've really tried to focus on bringing good customer service to that sector, offering great opportunities for our clients to deal with a contractor they can trust and have a great team of individuals to work with.
Now, before I go to Nathan, though, but I want to, you mentioned the residential side, but I want to first thank you because Chartier sponsored our Chamber Business After Hours this past January up at O'Connor's Restaurant, and every viewer out there knows Brendan runs a great operation with his wife Claire. The two of them started and created a great business. You just recently did one of their rooms over, and it looks absolutely magnificent. So you do a little commercial too, right?
We do, and that's what what we are moving towards is that we value and we want to retain our customers in the residential sector, but we're trying to move into the light commercial side a little more, just to be a little more diversified, because there's opportunities for reoccurring work there. It's our workplace is your home. I tell my clients all the time, which is fantastic when your home is a fantastic place to work in, but it's not so fantastic when it's not.
Right.
Where on the commercial side of things, you can kind of, other hours are more open and there's a little bit more of a chance to kind of try to do different things. So we're looking towards light commercial stuff like churches, schools, restaurants. We're not going to try and build a mall, but some of these smaller things, smaller opportunities.
So how are you managing that as the general manager, Nathan?
Well, it's a lot of work, and trying to find that right balance is a key. But like Christof said, we've always been focused on customer service, and I think the kind of commercial work that we're really targeting values that level of service just as much as residential, because to go and work in O'Connor's, you can imagine, is a high intensity environment where you have to be paying close attention to the needs of the business, versus just a large construction site. You're managing the client, and it's not a customer, but it's not a residential customer, but it's just the same level of service as needed.
And that's a great example. I mean, Brendan and Claire have built a successful business because of attention to detail and ambiance that they've created. But every day that room isn't open or not done, that's money. Those are seats. Those are lunches or breakfast that people you can't accommodate. So that customer service piece, both on the residential side when you're displacing a room or someone's house, or you've got to be there and be responsive, and that's something you've talked about being a real focus.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we try and make to separate us from other people, is that level of service and level of attention to the needs of the customer, instead of, contractors get a bad reputation for sure, and a lot of it is deserved, and it has a lot to do with just simple communication, and that's something we really do focus on.
And it's a great story how the two of you got into business together, and maybe you want to talk a little bit about that, and that kind of underscores how long you've been kind of doing this in some shape, manner, or form. So this isn't something new to you.
No, we actually started in 2008. Right, we went out on our own on April Fool's Day, right before the whole market kind of changed.
Yeah, the Great Recession hit. And,
exactly. So we've been that was a rude awakening for us. We were confident and cocky, and then we got out there and we really had to roll up our sleeves and build. But we've had a great group of people that supported us right from the beginning. And at this point, most of our clients are return clients and referrals that have come through, kind of building up through that.
Right.
So, and we were building on a friendship from, 7th grade or 8th grade.
8th grade, yeah.
So,
starting way back then, we did some cordwood together in high school, so we've been working together for a very long time.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps us to run our business together, is that we have a good friendship as well as a good business partnership. So.
And as you're going to start, how have you grown, and then how do you manage that as you get repeat business, which is probably the best sign of validating customer service and doing good work. How you've grown and what's the plan?
Well, we have about 25. We're waffling between 25 and 30. We're actually working on a 3-year strategic growth plan right now, which will probably add maybe another 10 jobs to that over a 3-year period. So a big part of our growth opportunity is partnering with other business too and other trades. We're a general contractor, so we're organizing projects and bringing in a whole team of other tradesmen. And that's a big part of where we see our growth, but also the growth of the sector, is to give some value back to the trades. I think over the last 40, 50 years or something, as we put a focus in this country on college education, which is wonderful, but it's not really for everybody. And I think everybody's starting to realize it in different industries that we don't have enough people doing the trades, doing the manufacturing, doing those industries. And part of it is we've lost the dignity of the tradesman. And we're pretty passionate about that. So, our uniforms, our appearance, our whole employee ethos and set of ethics evokes this idea that, no, you're a valued craftsman. This is a real skill. It's something, people need a place to live. Your home is a very intimate part of everybody's daily life, or your workplace is an intimate part of, your path to success. So we would like to see and work with organizations and schools and things that help to educate kids that, it's not a negative to be a tradesman.
Christa,
it's a great honor.
I think this great recession, if there's any silver lining, it kind of maybe reinforced with people that there's purpose in work and there's value in jobs in all different times. And we've got waiting lists for our Voc Tech schools across the state, 3,000 to 5,000 people, and they do just what you said. That there's value and it's needed, and you can do a lot of things as you guys are doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So geographic area that you cover, so someone's out there, they're interested, how far do you go?
We usually say the Boston suburbs in the east and Hadley in the west, because we're right dead center. We're out in the Templeton Gardner area, which is kind of mid-state.
Yeah.
Springfield would be a little too far for us, and then Boston proper is a bridge too far a little bit for us too. We've done a few jobs out there, but we tend to do well in the suburbs around Boston. We do a lot in the Worcester area, and we do a lot in Central Mass, Leominster, Fitchburg, Gardner, right around home. So
and O'Connor's here in Worcester,
right.
Among other things. Nathan, if someone's looking at watching, they want to learn more, how do they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. They can go to our website, which is www.cmchartier.com. All our contact information is there. They can call our office. We have a great Facebook page. We have a great page on house.com for the residential people interested in residential projects. That's probably the best place to see some really good photos of the work we've done.
What is it again?
House. It's Houzz. It's
a place to go and dream about your beautiful
exactly.
home renovation.
H-O-U-Z-Z.
You don't want your wife watching it. You'll be putting in a new kitchen in no time.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's yeah. Well, that's great, and we're thrilled to have you on, and we look forward to working with you as well. One of the priorities of the chamber is we started a statewide group, the Alliance of Voc Tech Ed, to try to make sure we're expanding our Voc Tech education. So
we'd love to be part of that.
We'd
love to be part of that voice, sir.
Well, we look forward to having you guys back and to your growth and expansion, and we thank you again for sponsoring that event up at O'Connor's, and look forward to seeing some of your work.